battle continues. When Lucifer and his angels realized that they were shut out of heaven forever, their hearts became hardened with despair. They determined to find some way to enter heaven if possible. They could not get back in. If they could not get back in, they would at least cause all the trouble they could. They felt hateful toward God and wanted to get even. Now Lucifer, the light bearer, God's loveliest angel, had become the devil, the evil enemy. So we can no longer call him by the lovely name of Lucifer. We shall have to call him Satan, the enemy. As he was not allowed inside the gates of heaven, Satan would wait just outside the entrance to annoy the good angels as they went in and out. He would scoff at them, call them names, and try to start arguments with them. He thought if he could get them angry, they might say or do something wrong. Then they would be sinners also and would be put out with him. I imagine he had something else in mind, too. He perhaps had secret hopes of stirring up confusion. And while he had the angels busy in an argument, he might be able to slip through the gate. Then if God should ask how he got in, he could point to the angels and say, "They let me in." That way he could have the angels in trouble. Oh, he was full of schemes to make trouble. Then he had another idea. This was really a grand scheme. He called his angels together to tell them about it. Let's imagine what he might have said to them. "Cheer up, my loyal followers. They may throw us out of heaven, but they don't know the great Lucifer. I'll figure out a way to get ahead of them yet." At the sound of these bold words, the angels slowly began to lift their heads. They had been completely bowed down with despair since God the Son had told them they could never go back into heaven. I'm sure you have all heard of the new world they created since we left heaven. If I can in some way persuade the new people to break a rule, they will be sinners just as we are. Then, if God makes some kind of arrangement to save them, maybe we can get in on the plan and be taken back too. By now the angels were sitting up and taking an interest in the scheme. One of them wanted to ask a question. "What makes you think we might be taken in on the plan for the new people?" "We may not," Satan admitted, "but we can try." "What if it doesn't work out that way?" an angel asked. But Satan already had another angle figured out. If they disobey, they are rebels against the law with us. We could join with them and all make the new world our home together. If we could get at the tree of life in the garden and eat of its fruit, we shall be as strong as the angels in heaven, and they couldn't drive us out. Now he was beginning to sound like the old Lucifer, always ready with a clever answer and full of big ideas. His angels began to feel a little courage returning and decided he was still a leader to be followed. He might get them out of this hopeless situation yet, they thought. "How about trying one of the other worlds first?" another angel inquired. "We know more about them than we do about this new one." But Satan shook his head. "No, that would not be so good. You know how news gets around. The people in those worlds have probably all heard about us already, and they would be on their guard. But with these new people, it is different. They were not here when the war was fought, and it would be easier to put something over on them." Well, it looked as if Satan had all the answers, and most of his crowd were ready to do whatever he suggested. Some of them, however, were afraid it was too dangerous and even too terrible a thing to destroy the happiness of the worlds. "Suppose we try and fail," they reasoned. "All we might get out of it would be more horrible punishment than we suffer now. Maybe we had better let well enough alone. Well, I'm going to a quiet place where I can be alone and do some more planning," Satan announced. You all talk things over while I'm gone, and later you can let me know what you have decided. But remember, this is our last and only chance to do something about getting back into heaven. So you'd better go along with my plans." When he was alone, Satan did not act so sure of himself, for in his heart he was really afraid. He shuddered when he thought of making those innocent new people suffer as he and his angels were suffering. At times he could hardly make up his mind to go through with it. But what was it? What was that he heard? It was his angels calling him. They were telling him that they would join in his plans, stand their share of responsibility, and take the consequences. Satan hurriedly shook off his feelings of indecision and acted brave and boastful again before his followers. He told them of his plans. I dare not go to the new people and talk about God, for they would catch on. And if I appeared as I am, a big, powerful angel, they might be suspicious. I'll have to do something more clever, trick them in some way. All his angels agreed. Whatever you decide is wisest is all right with us, they said. This will be such a difficult and important job that I shall attend to it myself. I'll go alone. All of you stay right here until I return. And with that, Satan was off on his evil errand to deceive the new people. Meanwhile, things were going on in heaven, too. As soon as God, the Son, got back from his meeting with Satan and his angels, he called an assembly of the heavenly angels. Satan and his army are desperate, he announced. They will try every possible way to enter heaven and to annoy you angels. So be on your guard. Each angel was given a golden card. No angel was allowed to go through the heavenly gates without showing the golden card. This was doubtless to keep Satan and his angels from slipping through. God said they must also warn the people on the new world, for Satan would, without question, try to do something there. So 2 angels were sent hurrying off to the new world. The man and the woman were delighted to see the angel visitors. They always had so many questions to ask when they had visitors from heaven. The 2 angels gladly answered their questions. Then they said, "We have a story to tell you today." And they told them the sad history of Lucifer. When the story was told, the angels said, "Now Satan will try to do you harm, but he can't touch you so long as you're obedient to God. God would send all the angels from heaven to help you if necessary. But if you disobey, Satan will have power to trouble you ever after. God will not make you obey. You can choose to obey or not." "Oh, we would never think of disobeying God," the people assured the angel. "We advise you not to go near the tree that God told you not to touch," said the angel. "And if you stay together, you will be safer than if either of you is alone." By that time it was late in the day. The angels stayed to sing a song of praise to God with them. Then they flew back to their heavenly home. "I thought the battle was over when Satan fell from heaven," Margie remarked. "No, no," said Aunt Trudy. "That battle is still a long, long story. I will tell you a little more about it tomorrow night."